Hello and welcome to Basic Electrical Engineering. Today we'll start the first module, that is DC circuits. The topic is the electrical circuit elements, resistance, inductance and capacitance. So first we will start the resistance. Resistor is an electrical component that limit or regulate the flow of electrical current in an electrical circuit. So if we want to write the definition, it is the component that limits or regulate the flow of currents in an electrical circuit. The main function of the resistor is to control the flow of current to some other equipments, to some other components. And the resistance is the measure of the opposition of the current flow in an electrical circuit. So resistor is basically the component and its property is called resistance. So it is the measure of the opposition to current flow in an electrical circuit. Now all materials should have some property of the resistance, and the materials can be categorized in two different parts. The first one is called the conductors. It is the material that offer very little resistance, where electrons can move easily through the circuit. So conductor is a material that offer very little resistance, where electron can move easily through the circuit. So in case of conductors, the value of the resistance is very low. Examples are copper, aluminium, etc. The other type of material is called as insulator. It is the material that offer very high or large resistance, where electron cannot move easily. That means the material which has very high resistance can be considered as the insulator. For example, glass, rubber, etc. Basically, the resistance depends upon primarily in two factors. The first one is the type of the material it is used, and second one is the shape. So the resistance of the material can be represented by a formula, that is R is equal to rho L upon A, where L is the length of the material and the resistance is directly proportional to the length of the material. That means if the length is more, the resistance of the circuit will also be high. A is called the cross-section area of the material, and the resistance is inversely proportional to the cross-section area. That means if the thickness of the material is more, then the resistance will be low. The rho is called resistivity. It is considered as the resistance offered by a material with unit dimensions. For a particular material, the rho is constant. So if the length and the cross-section area is changed, then the resistance can be changed. But in all the cases, the resistivity should be constant. The resistance has the resistor has the same property for both AC as well as DC circuits, and this property can be explained by a law that is called Ohm's law. So as per the Ohm's law, V is considered as I into R, where V is the supply voltage, I is the current flowing through the circuit, and R is the resistance. So this relation is satisfied for both AC as well as DC circuit. It can be applied for both AC as well as for DC circuits. Now from this expression we can find current, that is V upon R, and so on. Now resistor is a particular circuit component that cannot store the electrical energy like capacitor and inductor, that will be discussed later. But when the current flow through a resistor, then the electrical energy is converted to the heat energy in the resistor, and this can be represented by the power and the energy formula of the circuit. So the power of a purely resistive circuit can be represented as V into I, or it can be written as I square into R, and that can be also written as V square upon R. These all relations comes from the Ohm's law, that is V is equal to IR. And the energy, that means when the electrical current is flowing through the resistor, the electrical energy is converted to the heat energy, and this energy can be represented by the formula I square R into T, where T is the time in seconds, and this can be also written as V square by R into T. So you can use any formula. Now in a particular electrical circuit, sometimes we can see that the resistors are more than one resistors are connected in series or in parallel. Suppose there are two resistors of resistance R1 and R2. The current is flowing from positive to negative side. So in this case, if we want to calculate the total resistance of the circuit, then the total resistance will be equal to R1 plus R2. That means when the resistors are connected in series, the equivalent resistance will be their summation. The second type of the connection is considered as the parallel connection. Suppose there are two resistors of resistance R1 and R2, and they are connected in parallel, and the current is flowing. Now in this case, if we want to calculate the equivalent resistance, so the equivalent resistance can be calculated by this formula. 1 upon R will be equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. If there are more than two resistance, then it will be 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3 and so on. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the Ohm's law. As per the Ohm's law, the relations between the resistance, the current, and the voltage can be represented by this symbol, where the potential difference is represented by V. So the current will flow from positive terminal to the negative terminal, and if R is the resistance of the branch, then we will write V is equal to I into R. and I is equal to V upon R. So if we know the potential difference across a particular branch and if we know the resistance of the branch, then we can easily calculate the current that is flowing through the branch.